perfect day in the outdoors is going out and enjoying everything that nature has to offer.
Just hearing the birds, just the animals being out, there's something clean, crisp about that fresh air that just does something for your soul.
My name's Ben Evers, the owner and originator of Stock and Rod. I was the kind of kid who was spending my afternoons and evenings after school in the woods, you know, tromping around with my BB gun and my dogs and my Rambo knife with all my survival gear, just having a good time, man.
My name is Morgan Evers, and my involvement with Stock and Rod is to support, I feel like, his crazy sometimes ideas, but also help with the every day-to-day print.
You're an owner too.
And I'm an owner.
Yeah. Stock and Rod is I'm gonna call it a lifestyle brand, which I know is a little bit generic as far as that term goes, but it truly is, it's a lifestyle. It's for folks who are into the outdoors, you know, the hunting, the fishing, the camping, the homesteading. That's who we are. We're into it. So we have been working for years in merchandising, and we wanted a brand that we could be proud to wear that represented our outdoor lifestyle. Getting our youth interested in the outdoors is probably one of the most important things that we can do as adults today. Because in my opinion, kids today are more disconnected from it than they ever have been in our history.
Wasting time, wasting money.
You know, we can talk about all the different things that consume kids' time nowadays, but we all know what they are. So getting them out, man, you can see it in a kid's face, in their eyes, when something really clicks. I guarantee when he's 30 years old, 40 years old, whatever, and he's got his own kids, and he looks back on all the things that we did, he's gonna be so thankful for that. I know he's going to. It doesn't matter the way that they act today. So that's an important thing for folks, I think, to understand, is that get these kids outside. If they act like they don't want to be there, if it just seems like it's something they're not enjoying, just keep on trucking, man, because the memories that you're building and the kind of person that you're creating will end up showing its face. In trying to find the perfect hunting spot, I think a lot of people overthink it. And I think that's what we tend to do as human beings, is like, we gotta perfect everything. But really, nature provides. All of these spots are good. If you sit and you spend enough time and you just be quiet and you watch, you realize that there's as much opportunity over here as there is over here as there is over here. Now, in the hunting game and fishing game, certainly you can apply best practices, you know, in finding this trail or this path that these animals walk every single day, and do the scouting and those kinds of things. And that's an important part of it, you know, just getting out and spending the time beforehand to just get out and be quiet and watch nature. But in general, for me, everywhere that I've been, all these spots are as good as another. You just have to figure out what they are offering.
right, Ben, what are you out here doing today?
We're out here just prepping for whitetail season. It's that time of year. It's kind of become a tradition, to come down. It's always enjoyable. It starts cooling off a little bit. The leaves are falling. We come down to this area periodically throughout the year, but throughout the year we don't always put in a lot of work. We're just scouting. We're watching the area. So it's been a year since we've done any kind of work in terms of tree work, dirt work, whatever the case may be. So since whitetail season last year, we've had a lot of growth. The blind's going in a little bit different spot. There's lanes that we need to open up. So we're down here today, making sure the blind's going in a good spot, prepping the ground for the blind, and then going and clearing those lanes. So we're clearing some trees, we're clearing some brush. We're just making it sure that we can have a good sight from all different angles of everything that we want to. And ultimately, what the goal is, we're down here in the timber, is that we want to make sure that when it comes time to harvest, when it comes time to shoot, that we've got a clean shot. We don't want to be taking something that's not, that could result in an unethical shot or injuring an animal. So we're down here clearing those lanes so that we get clean shots. There's a lot of thought and effort that goes into setting up the perfect spot for a blind. Believe it or not, a lot of folks probably just think, hey, go down there, set something up, but there's a lot of pre-work. So, folks have game cams. We've got game cams down here. We've got animal feeders, so we're tracking the behavior. We're seeing what the population is like. We're trying to make sure that we're in a spot that's going to be productive and that is going to bring up the kind of animals that we're hoping to get. We're always doing our best. It's a conservation thing to manage the population, to take the correct animals out, not just any animal when we see them. So it gives us the opportunity to figure out really where is going to be that best spot for us to set up to give us the best shot at harvesting a good quality animal and one that we know we want to take and that's going to be beneficial for the population.
One of the things that I want folks to understand is that the industry for these kinds of things is pretty saturated. So, you can throw a rock and hit 2 or 3 different outdoor brands. People who have their own camo, have their own, way of life, all these kinds of things. And personally, I think that's awesome. I think the more the merrier. It's not about competition. That's not what we're out here doing. What we're out here doing is bringing this Midwestern outdoor lifestyle to the market. And if it resonates with people, if they feel like they're our kind of people, if they feel like we're their kind of people, then come on over. Everyone's welcome. We are a brand for anybody and everybody that wants to experience and explore the outdoors, whether you've been involved in it since you were 5 years old, or you're 40 right now and this is the first time you're going to dip your toes in it. That's what we're here for.
If you feel like we do and want to experience the Stock and Rod way of life, simply visit www.stockandrod.com or follow us on the socials at Stock and Rod. Stock and Rod, wild game on.